Hello, and welcome back to SoulHubFeels, where I'm going to talk about the first time I had a pregnancy scare, and that was with girl number 8. Um, and it was very interesting, is how we'll put it. So, me and girl number 8, we had met in high school. I think I was a freshman and she was a junior, maybe even a senior. I don't recall. Um, and we kind of talked and knew each other through her cousin, which conveniently is girl number 9. So next episode, I'll talk about her cousin that I dated as well. So I had a thing for groups of cousins apparently when dating. Um, and to be honest, this girl, I don't know. Some people will classify it as we did date. Others will classify it as we didn't. It kind of just depends on who you are. I've been told both. We never really slapped the label on it, but we were everything a couple should be. Now, she would get off work at Sonic, and I would bring her over. And, eventually, it got out of cuddling and, just watching TV, and we'd, bang. I mean, that's kind of what you do when you sneak a girl in. So that's what I did. And we did that for a few months, and then we obviously stopped, and we kind of grew apart, just because she was older than me, and there wasn't, we were really close, but there was no, it was like college, like she had to start planning for what she's going to do outside of high school, while I still had 3 or 4 years of, 3 years left of high school. So it was kind of just not in our, I guess she would have been a junior. She would have been a junior and I was a sophomore. So, because she missed her senior prom, I ended up actually taking her to my senior prom years later. Or no, I took her to my junior prom, excuse me. Even with her having a husband and stuff, I felt bad for her not being able to go because she was pregnant, her senior prom, so she didn't get to go. And she didn't go to her junior prom, so I ended up taking her to mine. So good points for me. But we stopped, and she tells me about a month later, or 2 months later, something like that she's pregnant. And it's like, okay, is it mine? you know and we're young and naive and kind of stupid. We just didn't really think about it at all, about the time it takes for, but she ended up having the baby like 11 to 12 months after we were done screwing. So the time was way off. They say like 9 to 10 months. So it was off a month or two from what it should have been, which I know is still like possible that it could be, but trust me, those kids are hers, are his, her husband's, or ex-husband now. Yeah, didn't want to spoil that, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not using any names or anything, so. And man, at the time it rattled me because this is also the girl I lost my virginity to. So you lose your virginity and then she's pregnant. So that kind of added on to the young and naive and stupid part, where it was like I'm overthinking it. I'm like, that's mine, that's mine. And you know what? I will forever be proud of myself for the way I treated it, though. The whole time not knowing whether it was mine or his, I treated it as if she needed me to step up, I would. I don't care whose it was. I was willing to step up and be who I made the choice, and I was willing. I was willing. I was going to do the right thing, and I've always been super proud of myself for that. The whole like pregnancy, I was basically said that I was there. Maybe not physically there, but I had texted her and I made it known that I was there if he was not going to be. But it was believed that it was his kid either way. So, and it is. So, whatever. They made it work out, and good for them. Ended up having another kid together, and that's good. They had a family going on. Sad that it ended in divorce over something incredibly stupid. Bro's a cheater, and I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's disgusting. Cheating, I can't even like discuss how disgusting it is to me, and my own personal experiences with it, which we'll get to in a later episode. But that's really about it. That was the pregnancy scare, and it was terrifying, and I was I was worried, but I did the right thing where I was going to step up, and so I'm very happy with myself, at least. So if you guys did like the video, though, leave a like down below, comment letting me know if you've ever had a pregnancy scare and how you handled it. And SoulHubFeels.